Hi, I'm Kris. Have you ever been looking online on Facebook or something and you come across a recipe that looks good? And you think to yourself, I wonder if it's really as good as it looks like it is? Well, come along with me as we prepare some of these recipes and give them a try. And at the end of the videos, we will let you know how we felt about them, if they were really as good as they look to be, and if it's worth you giving it a try. So today we're going to try roasted sweet potatoes from a website called A Couple Cooks. Just calls for a few simple ingredients. So let's get cooking. Alright, so for this recipe, for the roasted potatoes, we're going to be using two sweet potatoes, and not everyone in the household likes sweet potatoes, so I have one white potato as well. For seasoning, it just calls for pepper, garlic powder, salt, and some olive oil. So let me wash up the potatoes and then we'll get started. Alright, so I cut up the potatoes into 3/4 inch cubes, both the white and the sweet potatoes here. And next I'm going to coat them in olive oil, put the salt, pepper, and garlic on them, mix it all together in this big bowl. Now, the recipe calls for 2 pounds of potatoes, and I probably have closer to 3 pounds in here. So the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of olive oil, but I'm going to use 3 to make up for the extra potatoes that I have. Then I need a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of salt. I should do 1.5 teaspoons of each of these. I put in the extra oil, forgot the extra seasoning. So there's my teaspoon. There's my half. Now the recipe, we're trying to see if these recipes online are any good. It tells me in the ingredient list to use pepper, but it doesn't ever tell me how much or when to put it in. So I think right now is the right time to put the pepper in. How about just 1 teaspoon's worth? That sounds good. Yeah, maybe that's too much. Maybe 1/2 teaspoon. We'll see how that looks. Then you mix it all together. Coat all of the potatoes. It's definitely an easy recipe, I'll tell you that. Alright, then you take a sheet pan that has a little depth to it, and you put parchment paper on it, not wax paper. Trust me, the wax paper will melt. Parchment paper will not. Then you just dump it. Dump your potatoes right onto the parchment paper. Maybe there's a reason they said only 2 pounds. Maybe this is going to be a little too full. That looks good to me. I'll spread out there. And then we put it in the oven for... Alright, next. Put the potatoes in here, put them on the lower rack, putting the main course on the upper rack. Potatoes go in the oven, 450 for 25 minutes. Alright, the potatoes are now in the oven at 450 degrees. We got the timer set for 25 minutes. When the potatoes are done, obviously I'll check them and make sure they're soft at the 25-minute mark. But then we'll plate them up and we will try the potatoes and we'll let you know what we think of them. Alright, I got a plate of the potatoes with our chicken tonight. And first I'm going to try a sweet potato. I like that. That one had a little bit of the blackened stuff on it, where it roasted up real nice. Oh, that was good. And now for a white potato. That's also good, but I think I liked the sweet potato better. Well, now we're gonna go eat dinner, and afterwards I will come back and let you know if this recipe is worth you giving a try to. So we have finished dinner now. It's myself, my husband, and our son. And we all really liked the flavoring of the seasoning and everything on it. Our son doesn't like sweet potatoes, so he didn't like the roasted sweet potatoes, but he liked the roasted white potatoes. My husband and I both felt that the sweet potatoes did taste better than the white potatoes. We all had seconds on them. They were very tasty. Definitely worth a go. Simple to make, simple cleanup, very tasty. So we're going to tell you that this is a recipe you should try for yourself. Well, thanks everybody for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe so you can see more upcoming recipes that we will be trying here. We'll catch you next time.